Hi, Jake here. Well, day two of actually day three of our potato experiment that I I did and shouldn't have done, but we did it anyway. So I've come to a few conclusions of why we gained our weight and why we overate all them spuds and stuff, and pretty revealing. So we're going to cover that here as to what the heck went wrong. First of all, we weighed this morning and we're down to 168.2, so we've lost pound and 3/4, almost 2 pounds, but we're still up a pound from our 167. So, and yesterday we did a 27-hour fast from that potato experiment. Then because we waited till about, about 7 o'clock last night before I ate, and all I had, like I told you in the other video, is Rosalie made kind of hamburgers and bacon burgers, and I didn't. All I did last night was I took the hamburger patty and some slices of pieces of bacon, and I ate that. And there was enough fat in the bacon that it satisfied me, and I was fine. I'm still fine today, you know. So, and it's what, 9:30 in the morning, and I'm doing fine. Just poured my first cup of coffee. We'll have some coffee, and probably around 3-4 o'clock if it works out that way. But we did drop down to 168.2, so we'll drop that other pound probably tomorrow and get back down to 167. But I figured out what went wrong, why I ate so much. First of all, that was one of them SAD meals, standard American diet meal. It was high carb and low fat. Because Rosalie, all she did was warm up that mashed potatoes in the pan, and them two little cube steaks that was she cooked. She cooked that in a pan that had about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease in it that I was saving. I was going to make a ham and cheese omelet that she pulled them cube steaks out, and so the ham and cheese omelet went by the side, and we ate the 2 cube steaks with potatoes. And them cube steaks, that's them steaks you beat to death with a hammer, because it's just meat. There's no fat in them. They're very lean. And so basically with that meal, I didn't have hardly any fat. The 2 tablespoons of bacon fat that they were cooked in. And I got to thinking, I put some butter on the potatoes, and instinctively I knew I needed some fat. I wasn't thinking, I just instinctively did that. And now that I think back, that's because there wasn't enough fat in the meal to satisfy me. And so that's why I overate, because I didn't get satiated with the meal, and so I just kept eating and eating until I ate it all. And that's what happens when you don't get enough fat in your diet, and you eat a meal that's low fat. It just causes you to overeat. And I was standing in the stupid line and went back for seconds. Boy, I tell you what, that's exactly what the problem was. If I would have had enough fat in that meal, I wouldn't have overate, because back around Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving and Christmas both, I had a little dab of potatoes. But at Thanksgiving, I had a lot of the turkey fat and stuff. At Christmas, I had a lot of the ham fat. We had a ham, and I ate a big chunk of ham, and it had a lot of fat on it. But I had a little potato, but it didn't affect me because I didn't overeat on the potatoes. I just had, a scoop of potatoes. This time I had a scoop of potatoes, and then 2 scoops, 3 scoops. Next thing I ate the whole pan. So that's the problem, I think, is to control the overeating. You have to have enough fat in your diet, because you're not going to get fat on fat. Don't make you fat. It just regulates you until it tells you when it's time to stop eating. So that's what caused the overeating and everything. So I'm hoping to get back down to 167 between the next 2 days, because I want to 167. That would be 5 pounds for the month, and that's really good. And you know something, I've noticed that this month I lost 5 pounds, but I have been eating more fat. I did kind of a meat carnivore stuff. I was eating more carnivore, so I was having more fat with my food because I was eating more fat. I wasn't eating as much vegetables and stuff and things, so that helped, because the December and November I was eating my stews and stuff, and the other food that I ate, but it wasn't straight meat. Because a lot of days I had just straight meat in January, and so that was a lot of fat with that meat. I made sure that I got the fat with the meat, and I added fat, like when I did that pork butt. I added extra fat to the pressure cooker, so we were getting the extra fat, which made me lose 5 pounds instead of 3 pounds by eating more. So that was the deal that we had. We finally figured it out. That and I was talking to Rosalie about that just a little bit ago, that there was no fat in that meal, and so I just tended to overeat. So I just wanted to upload this, get it part 2. I don't want to make it too long. There's no sense rambling on. So this is what I come, or if we'll still do an end of the month video and talk about some upcoming stuff, because I want to do this experiment again with the potatoes and the meat, but I'm going to do it with a really fatty pot roast, and I'm going to do it with a lot more fat, and then I probably won't eat as much potatoes, but I want to see what happens if I do it with a lot of fat. Am I going to gain 3 or 4 pounds? Well, let's see. You never know. We might find out that I'm full of baloney, but I'm thinking that if I eat enough fat, that will limit the amount of food that I eat, and I will stay the same or lose a little more. So that's what's coming up in sometime in February. So I'm going to try to hit my goal weight here by first week in February, by the 7th of February. So if I hit my goal weight by the 7th, then we will start doing some other experiments. I got some other things I want to try too, and I think as long as we keep that fat high enough, you don't overeat, but yet if you do get a few carbs and stuff, it levels everything out and you maintain the same. And that's what I want to figure out, is I want to maintain 165 pounds. And how am I going to do that? Is I got to figure out how much fat I should be eating with each meal, and if I do add a little carbs, should I add more fat, or and this is, I'm talking animal fat. I'm talking beef fat, pork fat, chicken fat, turkey fat, I'm not talking oils, olive oil, or any of that. I'm just talking fat. So we're gonna still do some more experiments. So I will keep everybody updated with these videos, and for now we will talk to you later. Bye.